Welcome to my channel. Good evening, everyone. A shelter so high. I am Sudhanna Sengupta. This is for class 5. Today I am telling you a traveler story. Gaurav Jain, the traveler. A traveler traveled to Mumbai to Srinagar. This is the story. Now I am starting that I am Gaurav Jain and this is my Luna, my partner. My motorcycle, but Lunar is never lonely. We are together all that time. I and my motorcycle wait for a chance to get away from the busy, crowded, and noisy city of Mumbai. We like to travel to different parts of this wonderful country. Let me tell you about our amazing journey at the highest road in India. This journey took about 2 months. I had a carry everything my motorcycle. I had a plan to collect all these things I needed. I packed a small tent, sleeping bag, plastic sheet, warmer clothes, and food that would remain fresh for some days. I also took my camera and extra cans for petrol. Lunar and I left Mumbai passing through small villages and towns of Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Rajasthan to reach Delhi. It took me 3 days to cover 1400 kilometers from Mumbai to Delhi. I was hoping to see something new and different in Delhi. But Delhi looked like just Mumbai. I tried to look at the same kinds of the houses made of cement, bricks, glass and steel. I was looking forward to my journey ahead. I packed more things in Delhi and continued. In 2 days, we were in Manali. It was so refreshing to be the mountains and breathe the clean air. Now the real journey was begin. We had to travel through difficult road to state of Jammu and Kashmir to reach Leh and Ladakh. Lunar and I were covering a long distance of the each day. All I need was food and tent to protect myself from cold night air. My nylon tent was so small that I could just about fit into the sleep. Luna stood guard outside the tent. The breeze and the sound of the birds wake me up to see the sunrise. Cold desert. At last, Lunar and I reached Leh. For the first time, I saw such an area, high, dry, flat, called cold desert. Ladakh gets very little rainfall. Here, there, the high snow-capped mountain and a cold flat ground. In Leh, I found myself into the quiet street with the beautiful white houses as I rode slowly. I found that I was being followed by a group of our children. They called me Jule Jule, meaning welcome, welcome. They were all amazed to see my lunar. Everyone wanted me to come to their home. Tashi dragged me on his home. It was a building of 2 floors. The house was made of stones which were kept on over the other. The walls were coated with a thick layer of the mud and lime. We took a wooden step to reach the first floor. This is where we stay, explained Tashi. The ground floor is for our animals and storing necessary things. Some things, when it gets too cold, sorry, We also moved downstairs. I noticed that the ground floor had no windows. Thick trees trunks were used to make the roof strong. Tashi then took me the roof of his house. That is what a view! I could see the same flat roofs all around. On some red chilies were laid out the dry, and some of there the orange pumpkins and golden yellow corns. Some had stuck to the paddy, and some of the cow dung cakes were laid out to dry. This is the most important part of our house, said Tashi. During summer season, we dry many fruits and vegetables. We store them for winter when we do not get fresh fruits and vegetables. As I stood there with Tashi, I could see how every part of this house was built specially suited to need these people. I could understand how the thick walls and a wooden floor and wooden ceiling protected from the cold. Now was the time to climb higher. Lunar had the tough time zigzagging along narrow, rocky mountain roads. At many places there were no roads at all. I was moving towards the rocky plains of Changtang. This place is at height of almost 5,000 meters. It is so high that it is difficult to breathe normally. I had to headache and felt weak. Then I slowly got used to breathing in such air. For many days we kept wandering in area with no signal human beings inside. No petrol pumps, no machines, only clear blue sky and many beautiful lakes around. Many days of nights passed lunar and I kept moving ahead. Suddenly, one morning I saw before my grassy land many sheep and goats were grazing there. Far in the distance, I saw some tents. I wonder who lived that and what they are going to the far out place. The Champa. There I met Namgayal and came to know about the Champa. The tribe living in the mountain, the Champa tribe is only about 4,000 people. The Champas are always on the move with their goats and the sheep. It is from these that they get all that they need milk, meat, skin, and tents, and wool of coats and sweaters. Their goats are their only treasure. If a family has more animals, it is considered more rich and important. From this special goats, they get wool for making the world famous pashmina wool. The Champa graze their goats the higher and color places so the goats have and more and softer hair. I was carrying very little of my belongings on my motorcycle, but the Champas carry everything that they own their horses and yaks. It takes them only 2.5 hours to pack everything and move ahead within no time. They put up their tents and chosen place. The luggage, the luggage in unpacked and their homes are ready. You are most welcome into our home, said Namgyal as he led me to a big corn-shaped tent. They called their a tent rabo. Yak here is the oven to make strip, which is the stitch together. These are the strong and warm to protect them from the ice strong winds. I saw that the strip was very tightly tied to the 9 sticks. The ground is dug about 2 feet of depth. The tent then the put up around this on the higher part of the ground. It is believed that the Pashmina shawl is as warm as the silk sweater. It is very thin yet very warm. The goats from which is soft Pashmina wool is collected are found on very high altitude of 5,000 meters. In winter, the temperature here drops below 0 degree to minus 40 degree. A coat of warm hair grows on the goat's body which protects it from extreme cold. These goats shed some of their hair in summer. This hair is so fine that 6 of this would be the thick as one hair of yours. The fine hair cannot be woven on the machines, and so weavers of Kashmir make these shawls by hand. This is a long, difficult process. After almost 250 hours of weaving, one plain pashmina shawl is made. As we stepped into the tent, I realized that I could stand up straight. It was not like my tent. I always saw the rainbow was as big as room of my flat in Mumbai. It was held up to wooden poles. In the middle there was an opening to let out smoke from the chula. I spent a few days of the Champas, but sadly, it was time to move on. My return journey would take me out from the special part of the world towards towns which look like a totally different world. This time I took different route from Leh. I was going towards Srinagar via Kargil. I saw many more amazing buildings and different types of house. I stayed in Srinagar for a few days. I was amazed by the houses there. They looked like my heart away. Some houses are on the mountains while some are on the water. This is the map of the Srinagar. This blue point. This is Srinagar district. This is the Srinagar town. This is a lake. Srinagar old houses. These two pictures are the old houses in Srinagar. Return journey. Again, it is the time to move on. The Jammu I saw houses like I have seen in Mumbai. The same cement, brick, steel and glass. These houses are very strong, but they are not as special as house. I was lucky to see the Leh in and Srinagar. After a long journey, Lunar and I were about to reach Mumbai. My heart felt heavy. I also felt that my motorcycle did not want to come back. I was happy that I had learned to experience and so many things to know so many new things. I had also brought back some memories in my camera, and of course, this was not the end. Next time, when Lunar and I get bored of the city, we will again set out for a new journey. Thank you so much, student. This is a wonderful journey. This is the description of wonderful journey. You learn a lot of things from this lesson. I know. Even I am also learn a lot of things from this lesson. Thank you so much. Good night and please subscribe my channel and share it.